God message today. They called her Tavia, a quiet spirit, often unnoticed, yet deeply watched by the heavens. On the eve of her journey to Alaris, a city humming with illusion and light, Tavia received a warning not from lips, but from the pull in her chest, the whisper in her prayers. It came not as thunder, but as a still sacred fire inside her bones. In the marketplace of Alaris, where voices cried out promises of miracles for nothing, a man with sun-warmed eyes extended a gift. Free of cost, he said, a talisman, a charm, a favor. But her heart tightened, not in fear, in warning. This is not generosity. This is bait. You see, the illusion of free had been sculpted by hands unholy. Behind its glow was a snare dressed in velvet, and the voice of the Almighty, whom she knew as Elorai, whispered with loving urgency, "Do not touch what glitters but hides teeth." Tavia remembered the teachings of the old guardians. Lady Amarin once told her, "True gifts carry peace. They don't rush. They don't demand. They don't bind." And here, standing before a smiling stranger with hollow eyes, she heard her spirit scream, "This is a test." Ellery had seen this moment long before Tavia breathed her first. He knew she'd be drawn to the light, the ease, the idea that something wonderful might cost her nothing. But all gifts have an origin, and some come with dark roots. This message, this divine echo, wasn't just for Tavia. It's for you. Yes, you, chosen one of the inner flame, beloved by the divine, watched night and day by a host of angelic guardians who war for your soul behind unseen veils. You are about to be offered something that looks like favor, smells like opportunity, and dances like destiny, but carries chains. The city you walk through may not be called Alaris. Your trap may not wear a smile, but the setup is identical. A free offer, a fast decision, a too good to be true whisper covered in charm, and your discernment, the sharp sword of your spirit, is being called into action. Not everything that costs nothing is truly free. Some gifts are just well-dressed assassins. Elorai's messengers have been dispatched. Even now they swirl around you, infusing your senses with divine nudges. That pressure in your chest, that quickening heartbeat when something feels off, that's not anxiety, that's heaven speaking. You may see this offer in a conversation, an email, a relationship, or a business opportunity. It might appear as convenience, but remember, divine favor does not come wrapped in urgency and confusion. It comes with clarity and stillness. Do you feel the knot rising in your belly when it's presented? The sudden drop in peace? These are alarms. Tavia felt them too, and when she walked away, the man's smile crumbled. Because she had seen past the glitter, she had remembered her training. There are questions you must learn to ask. What is the hidden cost here? Who truly benefits if I say yes? Does this align with my soul's direction, or does it distract me from my mission? Ask before you leap. Pause before you grab. Heaven speaks in pauses. Even now, as your eyes trace these words, Elorai is refining you, teaching you, loving you enough to say, not this, not now. Sometimes protection sounds like denial, but it's really direction. Back in Ilaris, a boy named Jalen once took what was freely given, a scroll of wisdom offered by a traveler cloaked in blue. Days later, his thoughts unraveled. Dreams turned to chaos. He paid no coin, but his clarity bled away. That's the cost of accepting without discernment. In your own life, someone may offer you release from a burden, relief without responsibility, insight without intimacy. Beware shortcuts. The soul is forged in fire, not flattery. The spirit of truth doesn't manipulate, it liberates. When things feel too easy, remember, the cheese is free only in the trap. Ask yourself, does this feel holy? Does this align with my core? Or am I being drawn in by fear? You are not in lack. You are in alignment, but only if you listen. This moment, this choice, might determine more than you think. It could delay your purpose. It could cost you peace. It might wound your finances, or worse, fragment your spirit. But right now, you are still on the safe side of the decision. That's why this message reached you. In the old lands of Dremavale, elders taught that true blessings increase peace, not pressure. They told stories of Seravine, a prophetess who turned down a royal gift because her spirit saw rot beneath its gold. She died poor, but lived pure. You must decide purity or pressure, peace or price. Your ability to pause is your greatest weapon. Say aloud if you must. I choose what aligns with Ilorai. I walk in wisdom. I trust the nudge. Speak it daily. Let those words form a shield. When the offer comes, and it will, wrap yourself in prayer before deciding. You are not being tested to fail. You are being invited to rise. Divine tests aren't punishment, they're preparation. As you walk through this season, light your mornings with declarations. I see beyond what glitters. I discern what hides. I move only by truth. You'll be amazed how many traps unravel when you simply hesitate. How many chains break when you ask, is this God or is this glamour? Elorai doesn't want robots. He wants warriors, watchers, discerning vessels of fire and focus. And this test, this free offer, is your proving ground. You're being made into someone who doesn't fall for every open hand, someone who asks hard questions, someone who chooses purpose over impulse. The world needs more of that. Heaven is waiting for that. When the veil lifts and the offer reveals its true nature, you'll thank this moment. You'll remember this message. You'll say, that warning saved my soul. Tavia did. Jalen didn't. You still can. You are not alone. You are not without help. You are not without warning. Let these final words settle in your chest. When peace fades, pause. When pressure rises, retreat. When offers sparkle, squint. And when in doubt, wait. Elorai's timing is perfect. His protection is precise. And this warning, this sacred interruption, is proof that heaven is watching over you in real time. Receive it, guard it, share it, and walk away from the trap smiling. Because what's truly for you will never come wrapped in bait. Not in Elaris, not in Drema Vale, not anywhere. Only truth endures. A divine invitation to share and protect. Each day as you walk through life, you are given opportunities to show the love of God by offering the warnings and wisdom that protect the vulnerable. These moments are not just chances for you to grow in your own discernment, but for you to guide others, bringing light to hidden dangers they might miss. You have been blessed with awareness, and that blessing carries a responsibility. The choices you make, what you say, how you act, who you reach out to, can be the difference between someone stepping into harm's way and walking away unscathed. So, as you connect with divine wisdom through prayer, as you seek protection, remember to share your awareness. Don't just keep it for yourself. Your experience, your wisdom, can be a lifeline to those around you. In the small moments, in the conversations, you can gently awaken someone's spirit to the risks they may be facing. In a world filled with distractions and temptations, many people wander unaware, drawn towards something that appears good but hides a deeper cost. You don't have to make them feel foolish or naive. You can, instead, invite them to see with clearer eyes, to recognize the subtle deceptions before they become painful realities. When you help someone else recognize a deceptive offer, you not only protect them, but you multiply your own protection. There is a divine exchange that happens when we share the warnings of God. It's not meant to be hoarded but passed on with love and care, spreading ripples of awareness. The warnings of God are not just for you, they are gifts meant to be shared. Consider this: every time you speak up and offer a warning, you may save someone from making a decision they would regret forever. You might protect them from a lifetime of consequences, but in doing so, you strengthen your own spirit and deepen your connection with divine wisdom. True treasures do not come with a price tag of free. When you evaluate what's valuable, when you discern the true from the false, you come to understand that the most precious gifts, love, wisdom, peace, health, and spiritual connection, are earned through investment. They require time, patience, and yes, sometimes sacrifice. These gifts cannot be cheaply acquired or taken away by fleeting circumstances. God's love for you has already invested the greatest cost, His sacrifice. And so, when He warns you about something that appears free, He's not just protecting your physical life, He's teaching you to value eternal soul deep gifts over temporary material ones. In the face of offers that seem too good to be true, ask yourself, is this momentary excitement worth my spiritual peace? The world will always offer you shortcuts, ways to acquire things quickly, ways to take without understanding the cost. But those things, no matter how shiny they appear, will not satisfy the deeper needs of your soul. They are distractions, they are traps, they are the false promises of the enemy. God's wisdom is always worth its cost. And so, this divine warning calls you to focus not on the fleeting, but on the eternal. As you learn to distinguish between the free offers of the world and the true treasures of the kingdom, you will find contentment that cannot be shaken by earthly circumstances. You will experience abundance, but it will not come from material accumulation. It will come from spiritual growth and wisdom, the kind that only comes from seeking God's will and trusting His timing. True abundance isn't found in getting more, it's found in knowing what to choose. What you say no to is as important as what you say yes to. As you prepare for the offers, the temptations, the too good to be true moments, remember this: be wise, be patient, be prepared. God has already paved the way for your protection. The discernment you need has been placed inside you. Every time you face a decision, you will feel the pull of your spirit to guide you, to show you the difference between true gifts and disguised traps. Trust that voice. When you make choices aligned with divine wisdom, you protect not only yourself, but others too. You help them see what they might have missed. Your ability to discern is a gift for the whole community. Each time you share your wisdom, each time you offer a warning in love, you contribute to building a shield against deception. You help strengthen the spiritual defenses of those around you, and in turn, the Lord strengthens your own discernment. Remember, divine protection is a shared blessing. Now let's take a moment to reflect on this. What is truly valuable in your life? What would you give everything for? What are you willing to sacrifice for? You know the answer. True wealth is not of this world. As you navigate through this journey, know that the things of true value, love, peace, wisdom, health, cannot be acquired quickly, nor can they be lost easily. They are the eternal treasures that God wants to develop within you, things that grow with time, devotion, and the protection of your heart. Material things may come and go, but spiritual wisdom remains. The warning is this: true gifts are always worth their cost. As you prepare for the free offers that life will present, be grounded in your commitment to wisdom and discernment. Stay true to what matters. Stay connected to what is eternal. God's protection is a shield that never fails, and His wisdom is an ever flowing stream. Be wise, be bold, be the one to help others see what lies beneath too. God bless you. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 11 or 11 if you believe in God.